Greetings, marionettes! Shall I caress thy knowledge with some of thy own? Number 10. The Plague Doctor. This curious pasta is more so considered as an SCP, but he has been around since the bubonic plague. Only his sole purpose was, and still is, to eradicate humanity and make them his slave. And this is only number 10, too. You can only imagine what your bedtime's gonna be like. Number 9. The Rake. The Rake is considered a fallen angel, but has been seen since the pre-4th century, more so in the 16th and 18th century, but most of his victims are turned inside out and found alone in the forest. Number 8. The Wanderer. Normally a female with a black dress, faceless and transparent, a figure that has been seen before records were kept, but this type of pasta would normally be linked with the Lady in Grey, a banshee in Irish and Scottish folklore that would wash the blood-stained linens of dead soldiers to remind somebody of their own death that sometimes wouldn't be too far in the future. Number 7. The Happy Mask Salesman. For many of whom would like to argue with this, it's not about the video game, first of all. The Happy Mask Salesman is said to be a Japanese demon that would use a spirit for a vessel, and it is said that this demon predates the 15th century. Perhaps it's not just masks he's selling, maybe it's souls. Number 6. The Observer, a shadow figure who for years terrified families or a random person watching YouTube right now. He is truly something that no one can hide from, given that his sightings have not just been medieval times, but almost since the beginning. Number 5. Smile Dog. You may have heard of Smile Dog JPG or just Smile Dog, but no one really brings light to his age. His origins are said to be from one of the Hounds of Baskerville, yet that is completely undecided. There is one link that may hold the key. During the worst waves of the bubonic plague, a red dog with a large smile was sighted by a peasant, who reported it to a priest, who later that day was cornered by the same creature and killed. I would be pretty pissed too if I knew that dog food wouldn't be invented for another 550 years. Number 4. Cancer. This is one that is very strange given the name. It has nothing to do with this cancer. It has nothing to do with cancer. This pasta has been portrayed as a fog, black animals, or a normal household object. But most unknowingly and uncommonly, it is represented as a black knight that can basically fuck up everybody's day. He is unbeatable in combat and absolutely irresistible to both genders. Oh god, imagine him on Craigslist. Number 3. Skull Kid. This one is hard to decipher, and the reason why is how hard he is to understand. Skull Kid's closest relation would be that of a druidic priest. This ancient Irish witches were pretty much eradicated in the Dark Ages and thus went into hiding. So the dead spirits may have used Skull Kid as a conduit, something that they could relate to, which would explain that conniving bitch toe after all. Number 2. The Puppeteer. He may not look medieval, but legend has it he did swing a sword once upon a time. I wish I could say he was a part of the Knights of the Round Table and slayed a dragon, but he was no hero. As folklore would have it, the Puppeteer was a thief and a murderer. His family tried to force him to try and find the light of God, but instead he disemboweled a priest. Good answer. After he finally found a girl to calm down his bloodthirsty ways, he was personally executed by the king, only to arise from the dead and become the Puppeteer. Hey, acne is life-ending, so get over it, kingy. Number 1. The most surprising medieval pasta there is, and that would be Ben Drowned. Ben Drowned was often thought as just a video game character that was just a normal glitch, and when that was brushed off, it was surfaced that a dead boy who drowned, thus the name Ben, who would kill anyone that did the 4th day hack. That would take the form of a green statue of Link. Now there are whispers of something entirely different. Ben is a dead teenager, killed by his father, and was invited by the Happy Mask Salesman into the strange glitch part of the game. Sounds pretty far-fetched, huh? Well, according to folklore, legends, and even parts of the Bible, those whom are innocent shall find their oasis, thus making this statue a prison that crusts the tortured soul. I wonder if the salesman smokes marijuana. You have been such a great audience, and sleep tight, my puppets.